I'll talk about Joe Rogan. No, I stand by it all. What? You know? Well, I was banned for smack talking with the alt right and Antifa, and that's fine. If Twitter's against smack talk, then that's fine. The thing is, people got to remember, like 2016 was a much more different time. You know, this was like the outrages that are going on now weren't really going on then, and that's the sort of time where it's like beginning going into this sort of heavily regulated and heavily policed social media environment that we're in now. Before that, like in 2014, 20 to 2016, man, it was a lot more free and open because like they didn't really want to acknowledge our existence, because we'd all come out of our living rooms. We were just people in our living rooms using social media and starting to amass quite large audiences. Not necessarily people I was never looking to have like a large audience or anything like that. I was just concerned about things that were going on. And I thought, well, YouTube exists. I can, social media exists. I can just put my opinions out and to be like, hey, I have concerns. And now, like, I get more views than like many of the media outlets in this country, like the newspapers and stuff like this. So it's just like, okay. I know it's not just me either. Like other people with, like I love that Stephen Crowder is nearly as big as the Young Turks because it's just funny watching like just an alternative, come to the fore who they hate and are directly opposed to. But yeah, so it was just a different time, and these were really, really it was just fun. It was like WWE, whatever the wrestling favorite. It was just like political smack talk. Like I love Joe Rogan's response to. He should have put them in a helicopter and throw them out. It's like, Joe, how have you never heard the helicopter meme before? Like I don't even have a helipad, mate. It's a joke, The Nazis say gas, the communists say gulag, and the libertarians say helicopter. What it is a thought terminating cliche as well. It's just a way of saying, look, our values and our sort of like philosophical principles are so different at this point that there's no further conversation to be had, and everyone just expresses that in memes. But no, I stand by being banned for smack talk. I think that's great. Just like with Patreon, what happened? Oh, I was shit talking Nazis. Sorry, I wasn't shit talking them in the way that you wanted, though. Right? Okay. Sorry about that. 2014 was a simpler time, man. I'll try and shit talk Nazis a little more kindly next time, if that's all right. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. I can do that for you. I mean, I wonder. She did say she was going to be like, oh, well, yeah, we're going to have to look at some rehabilitation methods. Mate, I'm going to do them unironically. Just so at the end of it, I can just tweet Jack and be like, at Jack, cuck. I won't do that, really. Obviously. But that's the thing. Now everything's hypersensitive now, man. It really does. Like, I can't even make jokes. That's the thing. A lot of this really, like, was originally, like, it was people in their living rooms, and it was all shitposty and fun and relaxed and light-hearted. And even, it was like the communists and the Nazis. Everyone goes at each other really hard in this sort of space, and like it was obviously people just sat at home talking, but just interested in talking about politics. And yeah, I mean, got heated with a lot of people, obviously. But I mean, fucking don't start attacking people for being white. Like the Huffington Post this week put out an article saying that white families are an engine of inequality. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. If I would say something similar, like I'm not gonna paraphrase things. Because one of those tweets was me literally paraphrasing like the fucking Nazis or SJWs or something, and that was one of the tweets I got. So I'm not gonna say it because God knows how Facebook feels about these things at the moment. But if that was about another race and about another, any other, even the same one probably. Even the same point, they'd be freaking out saying, no, that's terribly racist. You can't say that because it'd be considered to be an attack on an entire race. And I don't see how the Huffington Post isn't doing that. And yet Twitter is never going to consider that to be a problem. It's just a general attack on an entire race because they've defined it as like they've decided their line in the sand is, oh, well, you did it at someone. It's like, oh well, yeah, I was in the middle of a conversation with a bunch of angry commies or Nazis. What the fuck do you expect? But what they should do then, I think, is instead of blocking the person from using Twitter, just have like an auto block function where if someone tweets like whatever the bot picks up as slurs, like twice or three times or whatever, however many times, whatever the parameters you want. Just have it so it automatically blocks them from tweeting the person. And literally, when they try and at someone, it can just pop up saying, "Sorry, you've been blocked from atting this person because you're a cunt." So unless they decide to, they've been notified that you've been auto blocked, and unless they choose to unblock you or something, you can't talk to this person. Sorry, carry on. And that would be a much more sensible way of doing it because, and again, it fundamentally comes down to Jack's worldview. He views social media as a human right. And it's like, okay, well, then you can't just take people off it. But I think, you preventing people from being able to talk to someone that they've been offending or something like that, that's fine, that's reasonable.